Greetings, humans. I'm Andy.
And I'm George.
And welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses.
Epileptica.
Epileptica.
I had to. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is Beyond the Matrix live at the Zenith, and we have had the opportunity of seeing Epica actually play this live before. And what I have to say is, Simone does the cutest possible bounce on the chorus to this song.
Yes, especially given that you can clearly see how she's struggling in those high heels.
Okay, so it's from Zenith, so it's an older show where I think they also have that very famous video for Consigned to Oblivion.
Which
so
we reacted to.
Which we did react to, yes.
And also the one for Dancing in a Hurricane.
Hi.
So yeah, this should be really, really cool. It just dropped. Probably not by the time we'll get to upload it, but definitely when we're recording it. So, yeah, Epica Beyond the Matrix live at the Zenith will be in the description. Are you ready?
No.
Here we go.
Are you ready to jump?
No, no, no!
Beyond the Matrix.
Okay,
I like
Let's
the
talk
smoke.
about it.
I like the smoke.
I like the smoke too, and I like the fuel.
It's a smoking hot performance.
From smoking hot people.
Yes, all of them.
Playing a smoking hot song.
Yes.
In front of smoking hot people. We
I
don't
mean,
really
I don't know
that.
about that. We don't really know that, yeah.
Well, we don't know if they're smoking hot, but I think they might just be a different sort of hot.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. I
Yes.
think they were moshing.
Okay, so I didn't catch that, but I did hear a yo, and I suspect you saw something shocking.
Yeah, that's what it was. Moshing to the chorus of Beyond the Matrix.
Honestly, yeah, that has to be the most cheerful possible way of moshing.
I mean, depends. I remember when people were doing slow motion moshing at Brutal Assault to Pleady's Paper Moon.
Okay, fair point. Yeah. But this song, man, it's such a cheerful caricature in some sense because so you know how I make fun of your favorite sort of symphonic metal stuff and say they're cheesy. Epica generally get away from that because they're just so heavy and they pack the punch with the riffs. But this song doesn't. This song is so super cheesy and it's such a weird contrast because the riffs are so grrr, and that bass munching on the verses, it's so fucking gnarly, and the song isn't. It's so cheerful.
Yeah.
It's so uplifting. It's so like a spiritual party.
Yeah, it is.
Dancing with the Ghosts. Happy Ghosts.
Dancing with meditational spirits.
Yes, Dancing with Casper.
Dancing with the universe.
Juice.
I was gonna say dancing with the universe and sharing a cup of universe juice, but yeah.
I mean, it would be a bit cannibalistic for the universe to drink universe juice.
Vampire universe?
Okay, I think we get sidetracked a bit, but makes sense. Okay.
The bass, man, the bass.
Yeah.
You don't hear it that loud, and there are a lot of things about their live performances that actually allow you to hear things you don't hear on the studio.
Yeah.
You know? Most of the times in a live performance, you hear less. With Epica, I feel you just hear other stuff better.
Yeah.
Because on studio, their symphonic elements are so much pushed forward that it's always the first thing that hits you. And live, it's always harder to get the orchestration, which is kind of like just orchestration to match like the heft and the aggression and the impact of like the metal instruments and stuff. Which is why you hear the drum patterns and the bass and all that a lot more. And that's what I really love about their live performances. And it's the same thing with the vocals. They sound a lot more, they're just as good as on the studio, but they sound a lot more natural and organic. On the studio, it's really easy to give them this really angelic, really surreal feel. And then they get that emotion, and live they transport it to sound more human.
Yeah, dude, I love that about live, and I love that about Simone, especially when it comes to live performances, because her studio stuff is, well, it's not just production tricks, it's also 1,000 takes to get it that way, I suppose. It's just so perfect in some sense that you don't really believe it, which is why they have to go live. So it's like, you see, I actually did that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it's more human, it's more relatable. So, yay, we gonna go?
We're gonna go.
Someday you'll open up again. Someday you'll have to reach for new endeavors to perceive you'll get yourself. Someday you start to live your life.
First all there was getting go.
in the last half a second.
Merci beaucoup.
Dude. I don't remember that solo. It was so cool.
You didn't remember the solo?
No. And what I was saying about the cheese, I take that back. That breakdown completely broke me.
Yeah, it's so heavy, and they made it even more heavy live.
Yeah, they have those down slides that are so gritty.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
On the guitar. It's, I don't know, it's so paced, it's so in your face, it's super, super, I don't know, it's infectious, and it's not exactly angry, but it's got the same sort of to it that you get from songs that are actually like angry. So it's like it gives you the energy without actually expressing anything dark or negative, and that's such a cool thing.
Yeah, it's like it's like Epica's most hippie song, but it's also disgusting when it comes to the riffage, because then there's also the angelic bit.
Yeah.
And what I want to say is, during the solo, we had this frame of Simone kind of following with the solo and doing an air guitar, and she has outdone us both. Yes. Simone does it better.
What I really liked about Mark's screams, compared to the studio, you can hear that he's doing the screams and the guitar at the same time, because he changed the rhythm to match the chugs.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, playing two instruments struggles, because on the studio he probably recorded them separately, but it actually reminds me about when I was trying to play piano and I couldn't get two hands to do two different things or to follow two different directions. They would go in the same place. So yeah, that's super cool. But he made it match really and he made it work. It was super cool. And I love the pyros, and I love the fireworks, and I love the smoke effects, and I love the light show.
Yeah, and I feel we didn't have much to say about Simone in this one, because there isn't that much that's different from the studio. But as always, top-notch performance. So yeah.
So are we done here? Yes. If you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Talk to you.